Welcome back to Eliances Heroes, where heroes in business align. To be part of our super community and find out more about Eliances, visit www.Eliances.com. Now, back to our super host, David Cogan, founder of Eliances.
That's right. Can it get any better? I mean, we started off the show with George Foreman. That's right, the former heavyweight championship boxer, and you all know him from the George Foreman Grill. And we just hit on the president of HomeSmart International. Later on, we're going to have Jack Canfield, the author, Chicken Soup for the Soul, and so much more. So make sure you continue to stay tuned because you're listening to me, David Cogan, host of the Eliances Heroes Show. All right, let's talk about our next hero. Are you ready for this? He started one of the largest and longest operating mobile virtual network operators of cellular cell phone service in the U.S., and that is John Marick. You can reach him at ConsumerCellular.com. John, how do you come up with that idea?
Wow, well, it's been quite a while. We've been at it for 25 years, and Greg and I, the co-founders, started in the wireless industry at Cellular One. So, we had an opportunity to work within the industry and see an opportunity for us to split out and do something on our own.
Yeah, but that's scary in itself. You're working somewhere and now you're doing something on your own. I mean, talk to us about the transition.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little nudge. So we were at Cellular One when they were purchased by AT&T a long, long time ago, and that gave us an opportunity to decide whether we wanted to move up within that company or move on and do something ourselves, and the rest is history.
And it definitely was worth it, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Because you are now, your company, $1 billion with over 4 million customers?
Yeah, just about 4 million, so we're not quite there, but pretty darn close.
You will by the time this interview airs.
That's right.
How do you, though, deal with all that growth and the building a whole infrastructure for that?
It's been a lot of fun and a lot of challenges. We started with essentially the two of us in a small 800-foot building, and today we've got over 2,500 employees, and as you said, coming up on 4 million customers. So lots of challenges along the way. It has been over 25 years, so we've been able to just kind of grow and learn and been very fortunate.
Talk to us about what you see as far as the keeping up with, first of all, the technology and everything going on. And have you seen things getting faster and faster? And then the second part is, what do you see with the future of it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, technology is constantly changing, right? But one of the things that's super exciting is to be a part of that and to help our customers. Consumer Cellular focuses on the 50-plus crowd, the senior population, and helping bring technology to them. And so finding ways to make that easier and more affordable and helping them take advantage of all the benefits that the rest of the population does has been something that we feel real proud of.
And again, we're talking with John Marick, co-founder, CEO of Consumer Cellular, a billion-dollar company with, again, it's going to approach 4+ million customers. So make sure that you go to ConsumerCellular.com so we can exceed that number. In fact, too, talk to us about this thing called the Grand Pad.
Yeah, the Grand Pad has been something that's been really fun for us. Like I say, we've almost 25 years in business working with traditional wireless service. And most recently, in the last couple of years, we've really been trying to take the things that we're good at and expand into other areas to use wireless technology and our ability to service that senior population and solve other problems. And so the Grand Pad was probably one of the first things that we did there. At the end of the day, it's a tablet, but kind of the secret sauce is a super simple user interface and the ability for family members to interact with that and create a secure environment. So you think about the oldest seniors in your family who aren't taking advantage of technology either because they can't or they're afraid of it. They're really becoming isolated and removed from the family as everybody else uses social media and shares things. This allows them to get back engaged with the family and be part of that network.
How do you go about, though, with, so many competitors out there? How do you continue to stay above and keep going forward?
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah.
I think we've really focused on customer support. We've won the J.D. Power Award 7 years in a row.
Wow.
So it's something that we're super committed to. And for that senior population who might need a little extra helping hand, that's certainly something that sets us apart. We also work really hard to make our service affordable, and that brings in a lot of customers as well.
Well, you know what also brings in a lot of customers? Listening to me, David Cogan, host of the Eliances Heroes Show. Make sure you go to Eliances.com. That's Eliances.com. It is the only place We're Entrepreneurs Align, and we have with us John Marick, co-founder and CEO of Consumer Cellular, $1 billion company. Make sure you go to ConsumerCellular.com, and also make sure you go to Eliances.com to check out some of our past interviews, like with the co-founder of CNBC that I had on, Eliances.com. So talk to us about the secret of how Consumer Cellular will help the next generation, though, of seniors, because there are more and more people becoming seniors. We read tons of reports and all that. How do you continue to help them?
Yeah, and that's something that people kind of often bring up. They think that, the new set of seniors are going to be more comfortable with technology, but in fact, technology continues to change, and I think everybody appreciates that helping hand and getting that extra level of support that Consumer Cellular provides. So we're excited about that growing population and the ability to meet their needs in better ways than other companies are.
Now, you started, and it was you and your partner started with 2 employees, and now how many employees do you have?
We've got about 2,500.
So with that, talk to us about some things that you've learned in regards to the hiring process, and what kind of magic are you looking for when candidates come in?
Yeah, well, obviously a super tight labor market right now, so really hard to find people, especially as we're continuing to grow, and find the right people that want to take care of our customers the way that we're really good at. So that's really what we look for somebody, is that they're interested in helping people, they like people, and they like interacting with folks, and then we can teach them how to take care of things like, troubleshoot a cell phone. So I'm really looking for somebody that's just a people person is key for us, and then finding ways to get them excited about being part of the Consumer Cellular and the mission that we've got.
Yeah, I mean, because as you mentioned, again, with such a tight labor market, and for people to be able to, follow within a path and be successful like you've been, what are some of the things that you would say you learned most along that road?
Yeah, I think one of the keys is really getting everybody engaged and involved. One of the things that I think that's set ourselves apart is twice a year we bring our entire staff off-site and have company-wide meetings that just gets everybody engaged and excited. We can celebrate our success, talk about some of the things that we're trying to do in the future. And, regardless of where you are in the organization, we want you to be a part of that so that you understand what it is we're trying to do as a team.
Now, have you used mentors? Do you have any mentors? How'd you learn all this stuff? You didn't just leave the thing and go, okay, I'm going to build $1 billion company, and here I am. How did you learn how to do what you're doing?
Yeah, well, we've kind of learned a lot along the way. I think, we bring in a lot of really smart people and good people, and we just work hard and have been able to find our way down the path to a lot of success.
What would you share with some of the people who are graduating now from high school to be able to make their mark? Because really that's what you've done. You've taken something that is such a competitive industry of itself, and you've grown it. What kind of advice would you share?
I think one thing is really important is to find something that you're passionate about and that you really believe in, because, there's some long days and a lot of work involved, and so if it's something that you get excited about every day, it's a lot easier to do that.
What made you target the senior field?
I'd like to say that we started off that way, but we really initially had the business focused on affordability. And as just all good small businesses, you've got limited marketing funds, and so we started thinking about, well, who was concerned about safety and convenience and the affordability of wireless service, especially 25 years ago when it was really still in its infancy, and seniors kind of bubbled to the top. So we quickly realized they responded well and that we were able to serve them in better ways than others.
I've got one more question for you. With everything changing with the cell phones, from the time that you came right to what it is now, what do you see the future of a cell phone being? Is it going to be like embedded in our skin? Is it going to be just something we think? What's your crystal ball say?
Boy, that's a tough one. It's funny. If you look at the industry over time, for a while it was how small can we make these things?
Right.
And now it's how big can we get our smartphone? So we're constantly moving and evolving. So it's a little bit of who knows.
Well, John, you help seniors stay connected in an ever-advancing field of technology, providing devices that are easy to understand. That's a hero. John Marick, co-founder and CEO of Consumer Cellular. You can reach him at ConsumerCellular.com. And when we return, Jack Canfield. Make sure you go to Eliances.com. This has been David Cogan.